Okay, folks, if I have your attention, we'll get started. This is I'd like to call the meeting to order. This is a regular meeting of the Council of the City of Ottawa, Illinois. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Awesome.
Here.
Gainier.
Here.
Eichelkraut.
Here.
Less.
Here.
Mayor.
Here.
We have 5
Well,
present.
stand please and join in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that the minutes of a regular meeting of the Council of the City of Ottawa, Illinois, held on Tuesday, November 20th, 2018, be approved as recorded in the permanent files of the city clerk.
Is there a second to the motion?
Wayne?
Tom? Any suggested changes to the minutes? Not, roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye. Is there anyone wishing to appear before the council tonight? Okay, if not, we're going to switch gears here and move into a public hearing pursuant to notice published in the newspaper. I didn't get on the agenda tonight, but since we gave the public notice for proceeding, there's no formal action that's taken. It's just an opportunity for the public to comment. The annexation agreement has to do with the Farracuti property on North Columbus Street going up the hill, about a 40-plus acre parcel. The proposal is to annex the property in the city of Ottawa, and the annexation agreement provides that the parcel would be Zone B residential, and it's consistent with its current residential use, and according to the agreement, the proposed use of the parcel is to utilize the existing single-family residence as a group home for unwed mothers, and to use the remainder of the parcel for artistic, educational, recreational, ecological, and social service uses as depicted on the project master plan prepared by Serena Strum Architects dated November 14, 2018, a copy of which is attached to the proposed annexation agreement. Is there anybody here who would like to comment on the proposed annexation agreement? If not, then note there were no comments. We'll declare the hearing closed and go on with the rest of the agenda.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that the biweekly salary payroll of November 30th, 2018, in the amount of $398,093.74 be approved and warrants issued.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Less, any discussion? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that the monthly expense report of December 4th, 2018, showing expenses in the amount of $610,088.86 be approved and warrants issued.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Awesome, any discussion? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that an ordinance abating the tax heretofore levied for the year 2018 to pay debt service on $2.485 million worth of taxable general obligation bonds of the City of Ottawa, LaSalle County, Illinois, be passed and approved.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Awesome, any discussion? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that an ordinance levying taxes in the City of Ottawa, LaSalle County, Illinois, for the fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2018, and ending April 30th, 2019, and authorizing the City Clerk of the City of Ottawa to certify to the County Clerk of LaSalle County, Illinois, the several amounts required to be raised by taxation for the corporate purposes of said city for said fiscal year be received and placed on file for public inspection. Be it further moved, a public hearing be set on the said levy for Tuesday, December 18th, 2018, at 7:00 p.m. in these council chambers.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Less, any discussion?
Yes, Mayor. We are going to be placing our annual levy request on file tonight. We will be scheduling a truth and taxation hearing, which you just heard, on December 18th. Recent changes in the actuary assumptions with which we are required to comply have increased the amounts necessary to levy for some of our pensions. Actually, what we're doing here is basically that taxes are going up. $526,000 more than we actually taxed last year. But out of that, $436,000 have to go straight to the police and fire pensions. The state changed their actuary. They made some changes in how they calculate this. They've told us that we have so long to actually catch up. I think it's 2000, Don, is it 2040?
2040, we have to be 90% funded.
Right, we have to be 90% funded. We were on track, but they made some changes in the actuary, the different actuary, and he made some changes, and that's where we ended up. The total requested increase in levy, exclusive of debt service, is 8.96. On a positive note, our estimated EAV did increase this year, both from increased values from new and existing properties as well as from annexations, which has helped us to reduce the tax rate from which we otherwise would be required. The levy request resulted in an estimated $29.41 more in real estate taxes for a homeowner with a $100,000 home, and $73.52 for additional for a $250,000 home. We take any tax increases very seriously and do all we can to reduce any request. However, we are required to appropriate funds for our obligations. Now I want to ask Don over there, he's got some more details on this, and let people know what's going on.
Thanks, Commissioner Eichelkraut. The truth and taxation hearing that was set for 2 weeks from now is required anytime the amount that we're requesting on the levy, exclusive of debt, exceeds the amount that was actually extended by more than 5%. And that is the case this year. It's not uncommon that would happen. We have no control over what our equalized assessed valuation is for the properties within our limits, which is, a major factor in determining what this levy is going to be. As Commissioner Eichelkraut noted, on a positive note, because of increased values and development within our taxing boundaries, our EAV this year is expected to increase by 4.2%, which is creating a larger base, which is mitigating some of the consequences of the increases for individual taxpayers. Another positive that we have is that we have 2 of our tax increment financing districts that reached their original maturities. And because of that, there'll be some surplus that will go to specific taxing entities, which would include our pension funds and as well as our other funds. As Commissioner Eichelkraut noted, the levy this year, again, exclusive of debt, is 8.96% more than last year. We're requesting a total of $6,286,000 versus $5,769,000 last year. Again, as Commissioner Eichelkraut noted, the primary factor here is that there were some actuarial changes from the Department of Insurance relative to the public pensions and what factors had to be used to do those calculations. They passed a law a couple of years ago that require each of these funds to be 90% funded by the year 2040. And we're on schedule to do that, so we're required to supplement any shortfall. We're certainly not alone as a municipality in addressing this, because this change is across all municipalities. So we try to manage this process as carefully as we can, and certainly are sensitive to not raising taxes. The abatement that was just done a few minutes before we started talking about this is reflective of that's actually an obligation, a general obligation of the city, that the city would have been required to pay and would have been required to tax in this levy, but for the fact that there's an alternate revenue source. And so because there is an alternate revenue source which was able to pay that, we were able to abate these taxes and not include those in our current levy. So we're doing all that we can to keep the numbers as low as possible, but unfortunately this year it was in excess of the 5%.
You did mention, Don, too, that they actually changed the actuaries.
Yes.
Any other comments on that? Is that one motion or two? Are they combined?
It's combined. Yeah.
So the motion is to place the levy on file and to set a public hearing 2 weeks from now. Roll call, please.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye. Anything else for the council, Commissioner Eichelkraut?
No, not at the present time, Mayor.
Commissioner Awesome.
Moved by Commissioner Austin that change order number 4 from Opperman Construction Company in the increased amount of $70,101.26 for the Dairy Lane and James Court Lift Station modification project be accepted and paid for from the wastewater fund.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Eichelkraut, any discussion?
Yeah, I think this is the final payout for this project. And
Roll call, please.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Austin that a resolution authorizing acceptance and execution of a proposal for engineering and land surveying services by Ashley Duttlinger Associates for the Illinois River Crossing Pump Station Replacement Project be received and placed on file for public inspection.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner West, any discussion?
Yeah, this is a lift station that's been causing us problems for a while. It's got some antiquated equipment, can't isolate the pumps. We recently acquired the property north of it, which is out of the floodplain. So we'll be designing a new lift station outside of the floodplain after we demolish the house at 515 Illinois Avenue.
It's a lift station that pretty much brings the sewage across the river to the wastewater treatment plant.
Yes.
Any other comment? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye. Anything else for the council, Commissioner Awesome?
No, sir.
Okay, Commissioner Gainier?
We have the report of the police chief for the month of November. Squad car calls, 1,301. Arrest, 439. Prisoners, 11. Sent to state institutions, 0. Sent to the county jail, 0. Sent to juvenile probation, 9. Central Dispatch handled 873 911 calls, and Central Dispatch also handled 4,288 administrative calls. Moved by Commissioner Gainier that the report of Police Chief Brent A. Rolson for the month of November 2018 be received and placed on file.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Less, any discussion? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
We have the report of the Fire Chief for the month of November. Number of bell alarms, 1. Number of still alarms, 16. Activated alarms, 32. Number of medic calls, 252. Number of transfers, 87. Mutual aid, 5. MABUS calls, 0. Number of patients, 253. Total calls for November was 388. Property loss, contents loss, and vehicle loss, and the total loss for November was at 0. Total non-residents billed for medical services, 88. Moved by Commissioner Gainier that the report of Fire Chief Andy Burkowski for the month of November 2018 be received and placed on file.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Eichelkraut, any discussion? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye. Anything else for the council, Commissioner Gainier?
Not this time.
Commissioner Less, anything for the council tonight?
I had a couple of announcements. One, the yard waste dumpsters that have been on Jackson Street have been removed for the season. So hopefully everybody had their opportunity to get their yard waste down there for the year. The springtime, it is the game plan sometime in April that those will return for any materials yard waste related that were not deposited this year. There's a number of individuals asking about leaf collection. Yes, the city is continuing to do the leaf collection at this time. Last week, we did have the snowstorm that came in that did bring quite a bit of ice that made it prohibitive for us to go ahead with the leaf collections since we had the warm weather over the weekend as well as some rain. Things have thawed out and staff are out there diligently getting that cleaned up. We're looking to finish those operations next Friday, December 14th. So if you don't have your leaves out at this time, please try and get those out there. And again, staff are going to be working to get that done. And thirdly, the last announcement is that today, the city received shipment of the ice skating rink that's going to be placed at Thornton Park. Staff over the next few days are going to be going ahead installing that, and we're going to have more information forthcoming with that on our website here in the near future. And hopefully here within the next week or so, if the weather is cooperative with us, we'll also have that set up in place and ice to be skating on. So that's exciting news to be doing that. And again, it's going to be down at Thornton Park. So we'll have more updates on our website and have some more information to come with that. So
Okay, thank you. Don, do you have anything else for the council?
No, I don't. Thanks.
Megan?
No, Mayor.
David?
No, thank you, Mayor.
Okay, we'll move to the mayor's part of the agenda.
We have the report of the registrar for the month of November. Birth certificates, 30. Death certificates, 26. Certified copies were issued with fees totaling $1,960. Moved by Mayor Eschbach that the report of registrar Shelley L. Monks for the month of November 2018 be received and placed on file.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Gainier, any discussion? It's always nice to have more births than deaths. It doesn't happen that often. Roll call, please.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved
Could
by
be
Mayor
people are
Esch-
going to Florida to die, I don't know.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that the report of the Parking Administrative Department showing fines collected of $4,515 and $52 collected by CPI, all for the month of November 2018, be received and placed on file.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Awesome, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
We have the report of the building official for the month of November. There were 5 building permits issued with fees totaling $1,718. Total number of on-site building inspections, 41. There were 5 fence permits for $250, 3 tree care permits for $600, 29 electrical permits issued for $1,550. Total number of on-site electrical inspections, 31. We had 12 people take our electrical exam for $1,200. There were 51 inspections that our ordinance enforcement officer did, and our code enforcement officer did a total of 102 inspections, for a total of permits and licenses of 42, with fees collected of $5,318. Moved by Mayor Eschbach that the report of building official Michael J. Supfin for the month of November 2018 be received and placed on file.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Gainier, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that the report of the sidewalk program showing 4 participants in the amount of $3,702.50 for the month of November 2018 be received and paid for from the general corporate fund.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Awesome, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that an ordinance approving and authorizing the execution of a tax increment financing district redevelopment agreement between the City of Ottawa and Tram Law Ottawa LLC be received and placed on file for public inspection.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Eichelkraut, any discussion? Dave, this has to do with the construction of the building across from the Thornton gas station, is that right?
Yes, this is an OSF urgent care facility.
That's the building that's under construction up on 23 at Etna Road. Motion's to place it on file. The agreement is pretty much a standard TIF redevelopment agreement where part of the tax increment that's created by the new project will be rebated or reimbursed to the developer. Any other comments? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that an ordinance amending Section 86-124 and 86-126 of the Municipal Code of the City of Ottawa, LaSalle County, Illinois, regarding the sidewalk program be passed and approved.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Glass, any discussion? Dave, you want to kind of tell us what this 2% deal is?
We found a spot in our ordinance that conflicted with another spot in the ordinance. They had different dollar amounts of what we're supposed to rebate with the sidewalk ordinance, and we just made them consistent to the amounts that we're currently using.
There's also a requirement that on sidewalks, they're being inclined toward the gutter of less than 2%. Is that
Yeah,
right?
the old ordinance said a 1/4 inch per foot, and if you actually put in a 1/4 inch per foot, that's like 2.25%, and the code requires 2%, and so we changed it to say 2%.
Otherwise, the sidewalk ordinance will be the same. Any comments? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that an ordinance amending Article 3 of Chapter 110 of the Municipal Code of the City of Ottawa, LaSalle County, Illinois, regarding the tree removal program be passed and approved.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Gainier, any discussion? This, I believe, changes what we've charged in the past for tree removal on the berm. In the past, if somebody wanted a dead tree or a dangerous tree removed, they could apply to the city, pay $200, and the city would pick up the balance. We're not requiring that payment anymore. It's a city tree. It's on city property. The city will pay it. There's a process if you think you have one of those trees for applying to the city. City arborist will inspect it and determine whether or not the tree really should be removed. As it is now, if you don't like the decision of the city arborist, then you can appear before the tree board. Other than that, it's the same, I believe. The property owner will still be expected to seed and take care of the area once the tree is removed. Any other comment? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that an ordinance annexing certain territories to the city of Ottawa, LaSalle County, Illinois, known as the 8 surrounded parcels and Field Hill subdivision, be passed and approved.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Awesome, any discussion? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a resolution authorizing the execution of an annexation agreement between the city of Ottawa, Janice Ferracuti, and James Downey be adopted.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Awesome, any discussion? That has to do with the property we talked about during the public hearing, currently owned by Ms. Ferracuti and James Downey's proposed purchaser. Any other comment? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that an ordinance annexing certain territory to the city of Ottawa, LaSalle County, Illinois, regarding Janice Ferracuti and James Downey be passed and approved.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Awesome, any discussion? This is the actual annexation of that property. Any comment? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor. Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a resolution authorizing the execution of a lease donation agreement between the city of Ottawa and the Conservation Foundation regarding property owned by Daphne Mitchell on East Main Street, which has been on file for public inspection since November 20th, 2018, be adopted.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Eichelkraut, any discussion? This is has to do with the Mitchell property on the Illinois River, east edge of town. Roll call, please.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a resolution authorizing the execution of a real estate donation agreement between the City of Ottawa and the Conservation Foundation regarding property owned by Daphne Mitchell on East Main Street, which has been on file for public inspection since November 20th, 2018, be adopted.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Gainier, any discussion? Second half of that, the title will be held for a couple of years by the Conservation Foundation. The idea that that can be leveraged at some point in the future for grant money to acquire additional property or do some other recreational related projects. Any other comment? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a resolution authorizing the execution of an intergovernmental agreement between the City of Ottawa and IDOT regarding a rail blockage study, which has been on file for public inspection since November 20th, 2018, be adopted.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Awesome, any discussion? This has to do with a study of the switching yard and how it affects the blocking of Columbus Street, other streets in the vicinity, and how that might be modified and improved. Any other comment? Roll call?
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a resolution authorizing the execution of an environmental covenant between the City of Ottawa and the U.S. EPA regarding property on Guyan Street, which has been on file for public inspection since November 20th, 2018, be adopted.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Less, any discussion? This was one of the radium cleanup sites down by the river along the Fox River, along Riverwalk. There's some minor radioactive contamination still at a depth, and the agreement is that we won't dig more than 3 or 4 feet in that area. This is Commissioner Awesome noted at the last meeting. Our main concern was we have a sewer line going through there, and since this whole process started, it's been one of the lines that's been lined.
Yep.
And we think it'll be good for another 100 years, or at least till the next council. 50, okay. Any other comment? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a resolution authorizing the execution of a sale of public property agreement between the City of Ottawa and James Fritz regarding property located at 1203 Fulton Street be received and placed on file for public inspection.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Eichelkraut, any discussion? This is the property at Fulton and Superior Street. It's just south of the Cheese Shop. We had acquired this property, title of the property. It was a property that essentially was abandoned. There was some serious issues with part of the roof. We put it up for public bid a month or two ago with the minimum asking price of $10,000. We received no bids, but in the process, we did make contact with some people who were potentially interested. And this agreement is with
Jim Fritz.
Jim Fritz.
Mhm.
And basically, the agreement would provide that we would sell the property to him for $1, but that he had agreed to make roof repairs within a certain period of time and have occupancy permits within 2 years. Basically, the goal is to keep the property from having to be torn down. We try to be proactive in these cases anymore, because if we don't, they end up in our laps, and we have a big demolition cost. In this case, it'd probably be several $100,000. So we try to find people who are willing to take those properties on and fix them up and get people in there again and tax rolls. Motions to place it on file. Any other comment? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a resolution of support and commitment of local funds for a FEMA pre-disaster mitigation grant application for elevating Green Street be adopted.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Gainier. This is a project that's been on our radar screen for a long time, and that's to raise Green Street at the east edge of town so that when we have the major floods, the east side does not become an island. It's not a cheap project. Bids came, or they're not the bids, but we had some general engineering estimates. I think the project came in at about $4 million. If we get the grant would pay 75% of it, which means we have to commit to the 25%. Any other comment? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a resolution appointing Alex Spencer, term to expire July 2023, to the Playground and Recreation Board be adopted.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Less, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that the report of the Plan Commission meeting held on Monday, November 26, 2018, considering the conditional use permit request for a PUD and final plat approval for Pinnacle Point at Heritage Harbor, Ottawa, be received and placed on file. Be it further moved, the council concur with the recommendation of the Plan Commission, the conditional use permit be granted, the final plat be approved, and the follow-up ordinance be passed and approved.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Eichelkraut, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that the report of the Plan Commission meeting held on Monday, November 26, 2018, considering the preliminary and final plats for Anthony Place, be received and placed on file. Be it further moved, the council concur with the recommendations of the Plan Commission, and the preliminary and final plats be approved, and the follow-up ordinance be passed and approved.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Awesome, any discussion? Anthony Place is the proposed senior residential building to be located behind the First National Bank drive-through, just north of City Hall. I think they hope to begin construction of that next year. Any other comments? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that the quote received from Grand Rapids Enterprises in the amount of $19,500 to demolish property located at 515 Illinois Avenue be accepted and paid for from grant proceeds.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Gainier, any discussion?
I would just note that we comply with our own ordinance when we cap off the water and sewer, just so the public knows that.
Yes, we do.
I would note, we can't save all the buildings. This is one that has to go. Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye. Okay, we have a proclamation tonight. connection with Reason for a Reason. Whereas Ottawa Radio WCMY AM 1430 and WRKX FM 95.3 is once again organizing the community event Friesen for a Reason for the 10th consecutive year on Friday, December 7th, 2018, to collect supplies for the Ottawa Community Food Basket. And whereas the City of Ottawa is a co-sponsor of this event with WCMY, Handy Foods, IGA, and Stevenson Transfer. And whereas WCMY will be live on air from 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. on that day, to collect monetary donations and fill trucks with non-perishable food items. And whereas volunteers from the entire WCMY listening area turn out to assist with the event, with the day's event, with entertainment from schools being provided throughout the day. And whereas the 500-pound challenge returns with 41 participants, the largest in the program's history, the American Red Cross will provide its emergency response vehicle as a warming center for volunteers and guests, and Handy Foods IGA team will once again be chillin' and grillin'. And whereas Friesen for a Reason has to date collected hundreds of thousands of pounds of food, as well as significant monetary donations, enough to provide meals for thousands of families that have difficulty paying for the most basic elements of everyday life. Now therefore, I, Robert Eschbach, on behalf of the Ottawa City Council, declare Friday, December 7, 2018, Friesen for a Reason Day in the City of Ottawa, and encourage all citizens to participate in and donate to this worthy event. Proclaim this 4th day of December.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that a proclamation declaring Friday, December 7th, 2018 as Friesen for a Reason Day in the City of Ottawa be adopted.
Is there a second to the motion? Commissioner Awesome, any discussion? Roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
And Karen's
And
here.
Karen Rhodes is here. Karen, I've got those. Yeah, why don't you come up and it's suitable for framing or whatever you like.
Karen, do they have a plastic bubble for you to be in this year?
No.
No? Okay.
Dan, awesome, takes really good care of Peters and.
It's a full-time job.
I
too.
just don't want you to get hurt.
And they try not to start any fires. So we just hope everybody comes out.
We just don't want you to get hurt, that's all.
Yeah, I don't want to get hurt either. I don't like that, but we really appreciate all your support and we'll see you all there again. So we appreciate it so much and, you know, it really is a community effort. This is not just the radio station. This is a community that does this. And I appreciate everything everybody does.
Every community needs an organizer, so thank you.
Thank
you very much.
And I'm happy to do it. So thank you again.
Thanks, Karen.
All right.
Okay, we have a motion to go into closed session. We're not going to be taking any formal action when we come out of closed session, but you're all welcome to stick around if you like.
Moved by Mayor Eschbach that this council recess into closed session to discuss a matter of litigation.
Is there a second? Commissioner Awesome, roll call.
Awesome.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.